So what's going on with me today? First and foremost, I have a lot of mind chatter things going on because I'm frustrated with myself because I didn't write my CompTIA Security Plus exam today. And that was my fault because I just don't feel right. I don't feel ready for it. And one of the reasons, which is valid, is I'm reading this book here, and I've talked about it. I think it's an amazing resource. Get Certified, or CompTIA Security Plus, Get Certified, Get Ahead. The author has been amazing. I'm learning so much more in each chapter. Let me kind of explain what's my experience with it. As for example, he's going through Wi-Fi access points, Wi-Fi protocols, WEP, WPA, WPA2. He's breaking those down, going through different scenarios. Then what happens is in the same chapter, he's going through the attacks. So he's going through evil twins, WP attacks, WPA crack attacks, cracking attacks. What else did he go through? I'm just kind of, I'll pull up my book right here on my iPhone. What else did he? Initialization vector. Say that 3 times. What else did he go through? I'm just kind of a little bit ahead here. Jamming and interference. Yeah, he said evil twin. Rogue access points. And then WPS attacks. I don't think I said that, but he goes in the WAP, AP attacks. He goes through all of them, but he goes through in the sense of he talks about it, what it is, and then he explains it. Like he breaks it down. Like this is how it's done. And to me, it's like, oh my God, this is so amazing because I understand what you're talking about in the theory, but how is it done? What's actually the setup configuration? He talks about that. So now what happens is that you don't only learn the protocols, the systems, the setup, the configuration, right? And he does print screens of Linksys wireless router, and he shows you kind of the settings. You don't just learn that, but you learn also the compromises as well, because I found with some resources that I was learning from, watching and reading, they were talking about these in different chapters and it was separate. So you start to learn about one, like wireless here, and then you go through VPN, maybe go through network setups and security. You might go through policies and procedures, configuration, also talks about attack types. And attack types then talks about wireless, and you're like, oh, what is that? Okay, WP, oh, and you're going back and forth, and you're trying to get everything because you're downloading all this information. So I find as it goes, I'm really learning the whole kind of holistic view of everything all at once. So I really recommend this book. It just is something that I've used different resources, and I'm frustrated, one, because I feel my expectations are I should be further along, and just like, oh, I should be ready. And then because I failed the last 2 exams, I'm just like, oh, I need to make sure that this exam, I'm going to pass the crap out of it. I make sure I'm ready. And reading this book is just kind of making me step up more and just keep learning. So I'm excited about that. As you can tell, I just kind of frustrated myself, and that's where the mind chatter is like, oh, you should know more. You should have known this ahead of time. And you should get this studied and get it done. So that's what I'm working this week, and just head down. Next thing, my prayers go out to the Caribbean, Florida, all the people that have been affected by the hurricane. I hope you guys are recovering quickly and getting back on your feet. I know just a lot of crap's happening. I just wish you all the best. I know there's a lot of different groups that are doing charity work and giving out. So if you want to give back, check online. There's a lot of great groups that are giving back and helping out. What else is going on today? Microsoft. Damn you in your updates. Damn you, Microsoft. So I just want to throw that out there because what happened was today I was going through my Windows system and I was clicking on an image and an error came up. I was like, class not registered. So I'm like, what the hell is this error? Right? So I clicked on another image and I clicked on a PDF. Then I tried an MP3 file and then a WAV file and an MP4 file. And none of them's open. All these class not registered error. So I'm like, what the hell? So I knew I just did an update this like last week of Windows. So I was like, okay, let me check what's going on. So I did a search online. Sure enough, I found out that one of their updates, and through research, and I didn't find it directly. It wasn't like up in front and center. I had to do some in-depth research. I found out that one of their applications reset the default applications. So what happened was, as you're going through, instead of it opening up in Windows Media Player, it was trying to open up in another format, and it wasn't recognizing it. So I had to go through right click on the file, open with, set the default or always open with whatever application. So Windows Media Player for audio and video files, just as a default. And then I went through and set up like my images to open up in like photo viewer, some of the default, and so forth. I had to go through different applications, just the ones that weren't opening up, and set the default again. It was just so frustrating. It was like, why didn't they test this? Why didn't they see this? And then I looked online, and sure enough, so many people have been having these issues. So it's just like, oh, Microsoft, damn you, right? Messing with my system, and it took me half an hour, 45 minutes to do the research, figure it out. Like, one, I got the error and I was testing and trying to troubleshoot it, and then going back through and trying to find what the issue was and doing research, and then trying to resolve it. So I was just like, that's 45 minutes I could have, been studying or doing something else. So damn you, Microsoft, damn you. Fix your stuff and test it. Right? So that's kind of how I feel right now. Right? And I use Microsoft stuff. I kind of play between all different systems, and the reason why is, as you know, is because we're hackers. We want to see how things work and kind of dissect them. But when they start screwing up their system, they mess with it. It's just like, come on. So that's what's going on with me. That's everything in my wheelhouse, in my mind. Just all the craziness that's happening today. So let me know if you have any questions. Comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback, especially if you're studying CompTIA Security Plus. I should be ready by next week. That is my goal. I don't want to keep postponing. I want to get this exam away because I want to start working on ethical hacking because I'm just so excited. All the stuff I'm learning and I'm reading about, I'm like, I want to do it, but I just got to take my time and make sure I know my stuff. So that's it for today's video. Don't forget, software is hackable, being connected is vulnerable. I'll see you next video.